Yesterday, Stephen A. was Smith from ESPN's First Take, Rosenberg's co-worker.
Oh, yes. Very close.
He read from a memo, I believe, that had to do with the armed forces, the military, the marketing arm spending money with sports leagues. There was a lawsuit last year. Senator John McCain investigated how the money was being spent and what was happening with the expenditures. And it came out that since 2009, players were being asked to be on the field during the national anthem. It's a relatively new thing. Play the audio.
It wasn't until 2009 that until 2009, no NFL players stood for the national anthem because players actually stayed in the locker room as the anthem played. The players were moved to the field during the national anthem because it was seen as a marketing strategy to make the athletes look more patriotic. The United States Department of Defense paid the National Football League $5.4 million.
I've been talking about
$5.4 million between 2011 and 2014, and the National Guard $6.7 million between 2013 and 2015 to stage on-field patriotic ceremonies as part of military recruitment budget line items.
And that's
this is
why
stuff that has been printed.
And there's that.
And then
That's why Senator McCain co-signed the statement saying, they looked into it and said this is paid patriotism.
Military recruitment budget line item standing for the national anthem at games. So now, I've known about this information, but I didn't really think anyone would actually care or believe that it was real. But now that it's coming out and the NFL has even said we're going to pay taxpayers' money back. We're going to give it back to the military armed forces because we don't feel like, A, the money was used appropriately by the teams and the leagues and what they were doing on the field, and B, patriotism should be something that people want to do.
Right, not forced to do.
Not forced to do. Should be. But in the climate now, with Colin Kaepernick taking a knee and others deciding to do so, people are on both sides of this. You have people, they have the right to do that, and then you have people on the other extreme saying, you know what, if you don't like America, get out. So I just wanted to know, simple and plain, how does this new information make you feel? Ryan from New Jersey, hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How does this information make you feel?
This information actually, it makes me feel better that the NFL's actually putting the money, or the sports putting the money back into the community, into the armed forces, because the fact of the matter is, what is that money going to do? What is that money going to do in the NFL? You know?
Well, it was meant to be. It was meant to be marketing. They're going to give it back. Look, the armed forces are going to take their marketing dollars back and then go use them to do something else, to market people signing up for the armed forces and getting drafted. Rosenberg, how does this make you feel?
Well, obviously it just makes it absurd when people are talking about the level of seriousness they have for the national anthem, to know that the national anthem was never, until a few years ago, that important until money got involved. I mean, you can already people talk about how important the national anthem is. It's not televised. When you watch a regular game on a Sunday, a regular game, not 9/11.
It's never televised?
No.
Super Bowl it is.
Super Bowl. Regular week to week, it's not a big deal.
What about now that all the protests are going on? Do they televise it now?
They've been showing more of it. So it's not about, the only thing that really changes is how could you be that mad at Colin Kaepernick? But at the same time, in a weird way, saying that almost makes his protest not sound as important. And the protest is important also. So, but yeah, it's obvious. But the main thing it shows is people are hypocrites. People are just hypocrites.
Ian in Harlem.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Good morning. How y'all doing?
How does this information make you feel?
It's a little disheartening when you think about it, because you figure the military is paying this organization, which was nonprofit at the time, to promote military recruitment for young people to join the military. But what are they doing for the veterans? And that kind of correlates with Colin Kaepernick's stand. I mean, he's not directly saying that, but I mean, there's a bunch of issues that stem from his stance.
I mean, that's very true. You're spending upwards of $7 million over the course of 5 or 6 years in marketing recruitment, and you have veterans screaming that they're not getting the support that they need.
Right.
So that also brings up another piece of the conversation. Let's go here. Andrea in New Jersey, you're in the military.
Yes.
How does this information, did you know this information?
Yes. I think it's ridiculous that the government pays the NFL, a company that already has a ton of money, to have military members go on the field and blah, 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 and then they pitch it as patriotism and make it seem like the NFL is doing something for the armed forces. And the NFL has been taking that money for years and years and years. Now it's like a big deal because of the whole Kaepernick thing, and now they want to return it. When that money could be put to better use by giving it to the VA. We have a ton of veterans that can't use their VA benefits because there's no money. Anytime they want to cut money, it's always from the VA. But yet we're giving the NFL millions and millions of dollars every year so they can put 10 members of the military on their field.